Hi everyone, I see you found the workspace for Math 30-1, Unit 1, Section 1. I'm going to place this video right here, so that's where you found it as soon as I'm done recording it. Now, there's something you should know about Unit 1. Unit 1 is absolutely huge. It covers 7 chapters of the 11 in the textbook. So we split it up into 3 separate sections. Now each section will have its own section exam, kind of like a mini unit exam. Well, it'll be a unit exam, but like for the section of Unit 1. So Unit 1 will actually have 3 unit exams. Okay, anyways, that's just the beginning part. So you're on Section 1, so that's going to cover chapters 1 and 10 in your textbook. So if you look over in the goals column, you can see all the function transformation outcomes, that's chapter 1, and all the function operations outcomes, that's chapter 10. So you can see here, okay, Unit 1, Section 1, Chapter 1, that's the abbreviations. Okay, now I know these are a little bit blurry for you to see, like you can see them. They're in the notes packages, so you don't need to see them here, but if you wanted to, you could just click on the link there and it actually takes you to a picture so you can see all the outcomes. So there they are. Awesome, so we'll just close that up. Okay, so once you're have seen the goals, great. The main column you want is the middle column, the resources column, okay, because it kind of tells you what to do, and it tells you when to go over to the evidence column. Okay, so you can see this first thing down, Unit 1, Section 1, pre-assessment. Okay, so look over in the Add Evidence column to find the pre-assessment for Section 1 of Unit 1. Complete this assignment before beginning the content of Unit 1, Section 1. Okay, so that prompts you to go over to the evidence column, and oh look, there it is. So Unit 1, Section 1, pre-assessment. So this pre-assessment covers previous knowledge relevant to Section 1 of Math 30-1. You must complete this document, then submit it to your teacher, either by hand or digitally. Okay, at that point, your instructor will release the answer key so you may assess your work. Okay, so you just click on the pre-assessment, print it off, finish it up, give it to your teacher. They'll release this next card, the Unit 1 pre-assessment key, so that you can mark your work. Okay, awesome. So after that, then we go back to the middle column, so Unit 1, Section 1, Student Notes Package. So these are all the notes for chapters 1 and 10. Okay, now I will break them up a little further down so you can actually see the next card is the Chapter 1 Student's Note Package. So if you don't want both chapters all at once, you can have just the individual chapters. They're exactly the same thing. I've just broken it up for you. So it's just a little bit smaller. Okay, after you have the notes package, okay, then you watch the videos for all of Chapter 1. Okay, so Chapter 1, then there's textbook problems. Now you can use your textbook or you can print off these questions. They're exactly the same as the textbook, but then you can write all over the questions. Okay, so like I say, these, if I select that, okay, so these are the questions for Unit 1, Section 1, Chapter 1, Part 1. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, eh? So there's the practice questions, okay, and then you go from there and just do what's assigned, right? Okay, anyway, so there, of course, there's Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, okay, and after Part 4, okay, the practice, then it prompts you, it's now time to do a formative assessment. So after every chapter, you'll have a formative assessment, which is kind of like a chapter review. That's not for marks. Okay, then after you do that guy, okay, then you have a summative assessment, a curriculum review. So that's like an assignment that is for marks, and then you have a quiz for every single chapter. So if we just go back up to here, okay, so you can see, okay, so you have the formative assessment, Chapter 1, Section 1, Unit 1, Section 1, Chapter 1, formative assessment. So you print that off, hand it to your teacher, okay, they will release the answer key for you. Awesome. Okay, then you have the cumulative review. Now that's the summative assessment, so you can't just print it from here, you have to get a copy from your teacher. Okay, and then you have the Chapter 1 quiz. Okay, awesome. So you will have a chapter quiz every single chapter. Okay, so after that, okay, so you have the formative assessment, summative assessment, and then the middle column kicks you to Chapter 10. Okay, so then here's the chapter 10 notes. Again, if you printed that entire note package from the beginning, you already have these. If you chose not to print it all, then this is the chapter 10 notes. And then we do exactly the same thing. So you have part 1, part 2, all the practice questions kind of in right after the videos. Okay, and then after, there's only 3 sections in chapter 10, so then after you've done those, okay, then you have another formative assessment for chapter 10, so a chapter review, a summative assessment, so a chapter assignment for chapter 10, okay, then you have the chapter 10 quiz, okay, and now because chapters 1 and 2 are kind of the first big section of Unit 1, then you have your unit exam or semi-unit exam for Section 1. So that's chapters 1 and 10. Okay, so hopefully that's makes everything clear to you. Remember, anything that's for marks or summative, you have to obtain from your teacher. All the formative stuff that's just for you and your practice, you can print right from here. So hopefully that helps. Good luck on chapters 1 and 10. We'll see you next time.